Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, coming at you faster than a speeding pie in the face, more powerful than a bottle of seltzer, it's the one, the only, Captain Ka-POW, the Super Clown. Born into a long line of professional clowns, mild-mannered prank shop clerk Lou Kelly honors his family's legacy one bad guy at a time as the crime-fighting Captain Ka-POW. All is quiet as night falls upon the fair city of Vaudeville, a peaceful ending to a peaceful day. That is until...
That had to be the easiest job yet.
Yeah, who would have thought the Museum of Highly Sought-After Ancient Artifacts would have such minimal security?
I know, right? What a bunch of maroons.
We're gonna make a killing on all this junk.
Easy street, here we...
Hey, what gives?
I don't know, something's wrong with the tires.
Look out! You're headed right for that! What the heck was that?
Aw, man, our ride is totaled.
What could have... Youch!
You all right?
Yeah, I just stepped on something.
It's a tack. Look, the street's covered with them.
What is this, some kind of joke?
Not a joke, but a prank.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Emerging from the shadows is a figure with wild green hair, dressed in a blue and purple jumpsuit adorned with bright orange buttons, a vivid orange belt, white boots, and gloves. Most audacious of all, however, is the cheerful clown mask that conceals his face. A prank pulled by yours truly. The oldest one in the book, in fact. Nobody falls for the old tack under the tire routine anymore. Luckily, I've got me a couple of nobodies right here.
Hey, who is this clown?
Wait, don't you remember? He's that weirdo that works with the cops. What was it, Sergeant Splat?
No, I remember now. It was, Baron Bam.
Close, but no cigar. The name is Captain Ka-POW, at your service.
Oh, yeah? Well, the only service around here, Captain, is the one they're gonna hold at your funeral. Let's blast him.
I don't think so. Without a moment to lose, the captain hurls two small, colorful spheres at the men's firearms, which upon impact explode, covering the weapons in a mysterious pink goo, rendering them completely useless. Looks like you two bit off a bit more than you could chew.
Hey, what is this stuff?
It's bubblegum, Bubble Brain. My own secret recipe. Enough to gum up your guns and then some.
Why, you crazy clown, I'll teach you to mess with us.
If you don't like my gum, at least try my punch. I should warn you, though, it's got quite a kick.
I'm getting out of here.
Not so fast, chum. Didn't anyone teach you to stop and smell the roses? With a pinch of his lapel flower, Captain Ka-POW sprays the crook's escape route with extra soapy water, causing him to slip and fall flat on his face. Yeesh! Now that's what I call a pratfall. Well, boys, it's been a laugh and a half, but I think I'll have to leave you two to the 5-0. If you couldn't learn anything at the museum, maybe serving time will teach you a thing or two. And hey, when you do get to the old pokey, remember to tell him who sent you. The clown-faced crusader then makes his exit, leaving the muddled malefactors to the proper authorities. The next day, at the Vaudeville Police Department, a fierce battle unfolds in the commissioner's office against a most formidable foe. So it's come down to this, eh? Just the two of us, mono-y-mono. One false move and you're dead in the water. Are you feeling lucky? Are you? Very well. B7. Miss? What do you mean, miss? This game is rigged. Howdy, Commissioner Star. I heard you wanted to... Are you playing Battleship on your computer? What? Oh, Captain, no. I was just sharpening my strategic mind with a bout of naval combat simulation. I see. You needed to speak with me, sir? Yes. First things first, I wanted to thank you for facilitating the capture of those two hoodlums last night. Lowering the security of such a high-value exhibit to lure the crooks out was a stroke of genius. No thanks necessary, Commissioner. I just did what any clown worth his rubber nose would do.
But enough about those goons. Something tells me you have more pressing matters to discuss with me.
I'm afraid you are correct, Captain. Someone far more dangerous and cunning has been put at large. It pains me to say this, but I've been informed that your archenemy, Professor Sebastian Sourpuss, has once again escaped from St. Maria's home for malign megalomaniacs.
Sourpuss. That sinister stick in the mud has made it his mission in life to make everyone as miserable as he is.
Yes, and he's had it out for you ever since you stopped him from stealing candy from every baby in Vaudeville.
What a jerk. Any clues as to what that big bully is up to now?
Unfortunately, no. It would seem he's been lying low ever since his escape.
Well, don't you fret, sir. I swear on all that's funny I'll put a stop to that party pooper's plans, whatever they are.
Godspeed, Captain. I know that the city is safe in your gloved hands.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Chief. Oh, and one last thing.
Yes, Captain?
I host board game nights every other Tuesday if you're interested. Might be a nice opportunity to, sharpen your strategic mind.
That's a very kind offer, Captain. I'll have to give it some thought.
With the knowledge that his archenemy is free once again, Captain Ka-POW scours the city for any leads on what the fiendish Professor Sourpuss might be planning. Meanwhile, at an abandoned anchovy packaging facility on the other side of town...
Yuck! Gee whiz, Mr. Sourpuss, did you have to pick such a smelly hideout?
Of course I did, you bumbling baboon. And that's Professor Sourpuss to you. I didn't earn a PhD in chemistry, only to be mislabeled by my low IQ lackey.
But why here? Nobody likes anchovies.
That's precisely the point. No pizza topping is as reviled or as stomach-churning as the dreaded anchovy. To be surrounded by such raw, vitriolic hatred is inspiring for a malefactor like myself. It helps me scheme.
If you say so.
I do say so. Now, did you bring me what I asked for?
The morning paper? It's right here.
Give me that. Now let's see. Bah! Can you believe this horrid headline? Clown Prince of Crime Stopping turns museum heist into ancient history. Another article singing the praises of that cheery charlatan Captain Ka-POW.
You know what they say, boss. People love a hero.
People? You mean sheeple, following the sickeningly sardonic tune of that pie-throwing Pied Piper like a mob of blind mice. Only I, the great Professor Sourpuss, can see the world for what it truly is, rotten to the core, just like me. Ha ha! The only thing that's left is to bring everyone else down to my level.
And how are you going to do that?
I was getting to that. You see, ever since that green-haired goon stopped me from stealing sweets from every brat in this abysmal burg, I've decided to up the ante and the age bracket. I'm going to strike at the heart of what keeps civilized society running. And once I do, everyone, even that self-righteous clown Captain Ka-POW, will have their smiles turned upside down. Permanently! Ha 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 ha!
That's great and all, but I'm still not hearing the how.
Why tell when I can show? Meet me on the rooftop at 3 a.m. sharp, and not a minute after.
Why 3 a.m.? What's so special about 3 a.m.?
You ignorant imbecile! Didn't anyone ever tell you? 3 a.m. is the witching hour, an hour ripe for rottenness. Ha 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 ha!
Later, around 2:45, Captain Ka-POW returns home after hours of fruitless searching for his adversary. Removing his mask reveals the face of Lou Kelly, the local prank shop owner and all-around model citizen.
Ah, nuts. I stopped 2 bank robberies, 3 cases of petty vandalism, 1 guy who tried to rip off a vending machine, and even saved a cat from a tree. And still there's no sign of Sourpuss or any clues about what he's planning. I just know that fiend is cooking up trouble. If only I knew the recipe. Ugh. Oh well, I guess he'll just have to wait. If I'm going to catch Sourpuss, I'll have to catch some Z's first. After all, a poorly rested crime fighter is no crime fighter at all, and boy am I wiped.
Little does our hero know that, as he nestles in for some well-earned rest, his archenemy across town prepares to unveil a devious scheme. Standing atop the roof of the abandoned anchovy packaging facility, next to a large apparatus covered by an equally large tarp, the villainous Sourpuss awaits impatiently for the arrival of his bumbling lackey.
Where is that dunder-headed dodo?
Hey, boss.
There you are, you impunctual imbecile. What kept you?
You said 3 a.m. sharp. I've still got 2 minutes to spare.
When I say 3 a.m. sharp, that means at least 15 minutes early. To be early is to be on time, lackey. You would do well to remember that.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's move on from your overwhelming inadequacies to my awesome intellect. Behold my glorious creation.
It's a giant magnet?
Don't be so reductive. This is more than just a mere magnet. It's my super electromagnetic caffeine attractor and extractor.
I'm sorry, did you say caffeine?
Yes, caffeine, the very thing that keeps the working world turning. Take it away, and you reduce people to a sluggish assortment of easily agitated simpletons. In short, they're miserable, just the way I like it. And not only that, but once it has attracted every source of caffeine in Vaudeville, it will extract their very energy-producing essence and transfer it into that vat over there. Imagine, lackey, a whole city's worth of concentrated liquid caffeine.
Boss, I don't know what to say. Taking candy from babies was one thing, but messing with people's caffeine? It's diabolical.
Why, thank you, lackey. Now watch as I give every mourning person a real reason to mourn.
With the flip of a switch, every coffee bean, grind, soda pop, and energy drink in the city is uprooted from its resting place and sent straight to the mad professor's lair, like a swarm of caffeinated bees returning to their hive.
It's working, boss. It's working.
Of course it is, you idiot. Now that we've planted our tainted seed, all that's left is to watch it take root.
At sunrise that very same morning, Lou Kelly, the civilian identity of our hero, Captain Ka-POW, wakes up blissfully unaware of the crime that had occurred just hours earlier. He prepares to open the doors of his prank shop, aptly named Lou's Laugh Lounge, beginning with his usual cup of coffee. But upon opening his kitchen cabinets, Kelly makes a shocking discovery.
I'm out of coffee. That's weird. I could have sworn I just bought some a couple days ago. Did I really go through it that fast? Oh well, can't stop to think of that now. I'm expecting a delivery of fresh gags from the store. That must be Mr. Dobbins now with my order. Morning, Dobbins. How are we doing today?
Hey, Lou. I'm fine, I guess. You know you could just call me George, right?
Oh, I know, but Georges are a dime a dozen. Dobbins, though. Now that's a name I don't get to say every day.
Yeah, right. Anyways, here's your package.
Oh boy, I've been waiting weeks for this. The kids are going to be so excited to see we've got fake vomit back in stock. You know how kids love their gross-out humor.
Not really.
All right, let's see here. Dobbins, I think there's been a bit of a mistake. See, I ordered jokes, and while I may push the envelope a little, this is still a family establishment.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that this box is full of ladies' underwear.
What? Let me see that. Oh, this box isn't for you. This goes to that lingerie store up the street. I must have mixed up your packages by mistake. I'm sorry, Lou.
Oh, don't sweat it, Dobbins. These things happen.
Well, not to me they don't. I've been making little mistakes like this all day. I should have known today was going to be a disaster when the missus told me we were out of coffee.
Out of coffee?
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if every coffee shop in town wasn't closed today.
They are?
All the ones I normally go to. Maybe they're going on strike or there's some sort of new holiday nobody told me about.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a creature of habit, Lou. If I don't get my coffee in the morning, it just throws a wrench into my whole operation, you know? Anyways, I'll get your package back. Hopefully those ladies are as understanding about this little snafu as you are.
Like I said, mistakes happen, though they're certainly in for a surprise. Whatever Victoria's secret is, something tells me it's not joy buzzers and rubber chickens.
Right. Well, I'll be seeing you later, Lou.
See ya. How strange. Dobbins and I are both out of coffee, and coffee shops are shutting their doors left and right. It could be a coincidence, but my gut tells me something sour is afoot. Hello, Lou's Laugh Lounge. This is Lou Kelly speaking.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly. This is Commissioner Starr. As I understand it, you're roommates with the heroic Captain Ka-POW, correct?
Yes, this is true.
Would you kindly put him on the phone? I need to speak with him immediately.
Oh, sure thing. Hey, Commish. This is Captain Ka-POW. What's up?
Oh, Captain, it seems there's been a string of robberies right under our very noses. I've been getting calls all morning from every supermarket, shop, and office building in Vaudeville, all reporting stolen goods. It's unprecedented.
I see. And just what kind of goods are we talking about here?
Well, it's mostly been coffee-related products, beans, grounds, and the like. However, I've also received reports of fizzy drinks going missing as well.
Fizzy drinks too? Soda, energy drinks, that sort of stuff? Interesting. Somehow it sounds as if all the caffeine in the city has vanished overnight. And I'd bet my boutonniere that Sourpuss is behind it.
We're in a real pickle this time, Captain. You've got to help us. I can't get the department to do anything. Without their caffeine, they've become nothing but a bunch of sloths.
Fear not, Chief. I'll fish out that frowning fiend and put an end to this decaf disaster.
God bless you, Captain Ka-POW. If anyone can put an end to this madness, it's you.
Now let's see. It's clear that the professor is behind this, but to figure out how, I'll have to go back to the scene of the crime.
Captain Ka-POW quickly dons his supersuit and rushes back to his kitchen to investigate. However, upon closer inspection, he finds no clues as to how Sourpuss made off with his coffee.
Nothing. Looks like I'll have to bust out my super specs on this one.
Captain Ka-POW puts on a pair of modified Groucho glasses, enhanced with high-tech lenses that detect things beyond the capabilities of the naked eye. With his super specs on, Captain Ka-POW notices a strange, otherwise invisible substance left behind where his coffee grounds usually sit.
It appears to be some kind of residual magnetism. Clear signs of magnetic waves. So that's how he did it, eh? Some sort of caffeine supermagnet. Well, Professor Sourpuss, it looks like you've just attracted a whole lot more than coffee, a venti-sized helping of justice.
As Captain Ka-POW prepares for the final confrontation, Professor Sourpuss gloats smugly over his apparent victory from the safety of his lair, gazing into the vat of concentrated liquid caffeine.
So, boss, what you gonna do with all this caffeine?
I was just asking myself that same question, lackey, and I think I've finally come to my criminal conclusion. They say it's better to give than to receive, and I've certainly been doing a lot of receiving. It's time I give a little back. I'm going to make popsicles out of all this liquid caffeine and pass them out to every elementary school in the city.
Those kids will have sugar highs that last for weeks.
Precisely. Just think of all the headaches those hyperactive brats will cause for their parents. Ibuprofen sales will go through the roof.
The only one going through the roof is you, Sourpuss. Through the roof and up the river.
Yeah, Captain Ka-POW, but how did you find me?
Simple. Once I deduced that you had stolen all the caffeine in the city using a super magnet, I just looked for the only building in town with a giant magnet on the roof.
Lackey, I thought I told you to put the top back over that thing.
Gee, boss, I guess I forgot.
Now, Professor, if you know what's good for you, you'll give back everything you stole and come quietly.
What's good for me is what's bad for you, you boogie-brained bozo. And on that subject, have a sample of my super sneeze ray.
Professor Sourpuss quickly reveals a high-tech laser blaster from beneath his coat, its muzzle shaped like a pair of nostrils.
One hit of this, and you'll be so doubled over with sneezing, you'll be completely unable to stop us.
The mad professor begins firing his weapon at Captain Ka-POW, who effortlessly dodges each blast thanks to his acrobatic skills.
Stay still, you jittery jack-in-the-box.
Your aim is almost as bad as your dismal disposition, Sourpuss. Now it's my turn to get a little nuts.
In a flash, the Jester of Justice whips out a can of peanuts. Upon opening the lid, a large spring-loaded trick snake leaps from the container and coils itself around Professor Sourpuss, leaving him incapacitated.
No, not like this. It can't end like this. Lackey!
Yes, boss?
Don't just stand there looking stupid. Fight my battle for me.
What? That wasn't part of the job description.
Consider this a promotion. Now get in there.
Okay, Captain Ka-POW, stay back. I don't want to hurt you.
Well, what a coinky-dink. I don't want to hurt you either. Why not put down your dukes and give up on this life of crime? It doesn't suit you.
No can do, Cap. I may be a lot of things, but a turncoat ain't one of them.
I'm sorry to hear that, but if that's the way you want to play it, think fast.
Before Lackey can react, Captain Ka-POW throws a water balloon that hits him directly in the face.
I mean, this is mildly annoying, but I don't see how a water balloon is supposed to stop me. Ugh.
It can, when that water balloon is filled with highly concentrated chloroform. Sweet dreams, chum. Now as for you, Sourpuss.
Bah! You'll get nothing out of me, you purple-clad pest. You may have caught me and my lacking lackey, but the caffeine has already been extracted from the city's precious products, and only I, the genius Professor Sourpuss, know how to reverse the process.
Oh, really? Let's just take a look at this fancy machine of yours, huh? Say, what does this big red button labeled reverse do?
No, don't touch that!
Against the professor's wishes, Captain Ka-POW presses the button, which reverses the effects of the super magnet and restores all the stolen items to their original caffeinated states.
You cloddish clown! You merry moron! You've ruined everything! Everything!
Sorry, boss. I must have passed out or something. Did we win?
Oh, shut up, lackey.
After being informed of the villain's whereabouts by Captain Ka-POW, Commissioner Star and a squad of Vaudeville's finest arrive to transport both the professor and his accomplice, along with the stolen goods, back to their rightful homes.
You'll pay for this, Captain Ka-POW. Forget coffee. Forget candy. Next time I'll have an even sneakier scheme that will bring Vaudeville to its knees. Then I will be the only one laughing. Me! Do you hear me, Ka-POW? I said, do you?
I hear you. Sheesh, Sourpuss. You know, if you'd stop hatching evil plots, I wouldn't have to keep foiling them.
Oh, and do what instead? Be like one of you slap-happy saps? Be good for goodness sake? Bring joy to people's lives without expectation or condition?
That's the general idea, yes.
Bah! A nauseating notion. I'd sooner die than condemn myself to such triviality. I was destined for far greater, nastier things.
Ah, yes, and where does being in the back of a police van fit into these so-called greater things?
Know this, my affable adversary. Heroes may have their moment in the sun, but the night always comes, and it is in the darkness that wretchedness reigns supreme.
Right. Remind me to pack a flashlight.
And with that, the doors to the paddy wagon are firmly closed, and Professor Sourpuss is once again transported to St. Maria's home for malign megalomaniacs, ensuring a reprieve from his signature brand of cranky criminality.
That Sourpuss is quite the character. Do you think there's any hope for the old grouch? I'm not sure, Commish. With Sourpuss, misery and intelligence go hand in hand. Maybe one day, if he can stop conflating the two, he'll be able to put his smarts to good use. Whether that day ever comes, though, is entirely up to him. I suppose you're right. What's important now is that all the caffeine has been secured, and the good people of Vaudeville can once again face the daily grind with a little less dread. How can we ever repay you, Captain? Oh, come on, Chief. You know I'm not in this for the glory. Life can be hard enough without jerks like Sourpuss going out of their way to make it even harder. Knowing that I help keep people's days just a little brighter is all the payment I'll ever need. And should the forces of evil rise again, I'll be ready to fight for truth and justice the comedian's way.
That's very noble of you to say, Captain. Vaudeville is lucky to have such a selfless, duly deputized agent of the—
That said, if you really want to make it up to me, there's that board game night that I mentioned happening tomorrow. We could always use an extra player.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
And thus our adventure comes to a close. Thank you for listening, and tune in next time to hear another exciting account chronicling the madcap escapades of Captain Ka-POW, the super clown, proving once again that while crime may be no laughing matter, crime fighting certainly can be.